Erica, for coming back on the show.
Thank you so much for having me back on. I'm nervous, pardon me. I get
No
really shaky
problem.
when I'm speaking, so
No
but thank
problem.
you again for having me back on.
Yeah, well, people really loved our first interview where you described your childhood experiences, and for those people that maybe didn't see the first interview, you want to maybe just summarize, in a just a few sentences, exactly what happened to you in terms of uh, the grey extraterrestrials and then the military abductions that happened during your youth, and we'll just take it from there.
Um, so from a young age, from age 1, I was used by the Greys and the military, and the Naboo Greys. So there's a lot of different Greys. There's ones that are just like robots, kind of. They work for the military, and then they're the Naboo. They had their own agenda. But I was used by all of them. Um, they split me at about age 2.5, 3 at Camp Peary. It's a base, I believe it's underneath Langley, Virginia, I believe. Um, and that's where, if you are in go into the secret space programs, that's where they get you as a child, and they take you in there, and they usually they have you in a cage that you can barely fit in, and they electrocute you. You're naked, you're not, it is the most ugly abuse. But through that, they split you, they split your consciousnesses so that they can use one individual, yet that one individual is 20 different people that can do all these kind of different things. They use you as a pilot. They can use you, MK Ultra, as somebody to go in and blackmail heads of state or government. They use you as, they did a lot of experiments too. So I know that a lot of people had been hybridized with things like spiders. Believe it or not, Spider-Man, the whole movie thing, that's real. That came from our government. Werewolves. I have a lot of clients who are like, I have these dreams where I'm a werewolf, and I'm like, that's the SSP. They split you, and they find out through testing, which areas you're gonna excel in. And with me, they used me for all of them. I remember over and over again hearing, and I heard this recently in a movie called Ender's Game, but I remember them talking about me, saying she can never ever know that she has any support, any love, or anyone who gives a shit about her. She can never know, because that'll start waking her up. I remembered that. Now I remember it, but I didn't remember it then. I want to
So,
mention. Oh, go ahead.
with this fracturing of the children's consciousness into these different kind of alters, I mean, would it be like a code word that they would use to like summon up the pilot or the communicator or the portal
It's
travel?
a set of words, a set of code words. It'll be a sentence. It can be a color. It can be an event. It can be a feeling. They did anything that they could do. And one of the things that Michael Aguino would do, he was lieutenant colonel, I believe, lieutenant colonel of psychological operations for the U.S. Army. He was, as everybody knows, he was a Satanist, massive Satanist. And one of the things he would do is, and I remember this because he used to call me his special girl, because I could be used for a lot of things, and it would take me longer to die than most. So he just loved that. But back to the story.
Well, can you just explain that? I mean, here I'm assuming that, like, they were wanting. He loved watching you die. I mean, is he talking about your consciousness being shifted into a clone that